my network is doing. However, we are here and we are here to stay to complete what we have started. And yes, I decided to log out and log in so that we don't miss this important aspect of this discussion. So we are trying to describe what the Bible meant by two are better than one. And I was trying to say there is nothing that is more important than raising children with both parents together, with both parents' relationship intact, because it helps to build a whole. When a child is raised by one parent or one gender, the implication is that this child will lack in what the other parent was meant to bring into that relationship, whether marriage or parenting. And no gender can multifunction. You cannot fill the void of a man as a woman in the life of a child. You cannot fill the part that or the function of a woman as a man in the life of a child. And every child needs both mother and father figures to be able to grow up a holistic child. Because God has positioned us to function in our different capacities, but as a united body. And that is why the Bible says that one will chase 1,000, but two will chase 10,000. So imagine the multiplication just by adding one person to the number of another. 9,000. 9. So that is to say, you cannot underestimate the power of two being better than one. So some people think your partner is not significant until you miss him or her. The role of your husband, the role of your wife cannot, even with the best intention. So in all you do, try to build a formidable relationship, a strong force that is strong enough to raise a holistic child. So welcome back to this session on how your marriage speaks louder than your parenting. And I was saying two are better than one, because a man cannot fill the void of a woman in the life of a child. The same thing, a woman cannot fill the space of a man in the life of a child. And that's why the man looks to be the tougher, the stronger one, while the woman is the softer one. That's why if you're not careful, your children will want to manipulate the wife because she is soft. Because she's the one that will always be meek, kind, or try to compromise because of that soft nature of a woman, which the children always want to take advantage of. But when the man comes up with his firmness, his authority, even his voice alone, the children will maintain. So that's why it's important to balance the authority of the man and the meekness of the woman in raising a holistic child. So this child is able to understand the place of authority, the place of following instructions, and also the place of softness, meekness, kindness, love. So don't take away that from your children. That brings us back to working on your marriage. In all you are getting, work on your marriage. In all you are, for the sake of the next generation you are raising. And that brings us to the next scripture that says, can two work together except they agree? You must come to the table of agreement, the table of negotiation. I know some of us may be regretting why they said yes to whom they said yes to, but there is a table of agreement you must walk yourself into. Coming together, you may be surprised by the things you are seeing. Oh, it wasn't like this. I was thinking it will be all rosy. No marriage is all rosy. But you must be intentional in building together, in agreeing together, agreeing in the type of parenting, agreeing in the type of marriage you want to have, agreeing in the value system of your marriage. See, when a marriage operates without a value system, their children will be everywhere. They will fall for anything. So that's why you need to know that your marriage is important, because you need to first establish a value system. What is the vision of your marriage? What is the values that you stand for together as a couple? That's in unity, in united form. Your children, you will teach it, you will live it, you will instruct them by it, you will model it. That's how to raise disciplined and well-groomed children, because one is that both of you are in agreement. Two is that you are living it, you are modeling it, they are seeing it every day. They know this is what mommy and daddy stands for. So there is no anyhowness. There is no we are this in the house, outside we are something else. No, you work by a principle, a standard of operation that is yes, and everyone knows that this is it. So when you agree as a couple, it's more easier to raise children who will agree with you, because two of you are not saying two different things. I grew up seeing and hearing divided homes where mother will have category of children that agrees with her, and father will have his own group of children that work with her. Oh, what a shame. So you see, a mother is more happier with the children that do well, that bring money to her, that buys gifts for her, and then she's not happy with the ones that don't have anything doing, or that are not progressive, or don't have money. And then the father has the group of children who support him, and he is instigating them against the mom. What kind of home is that? What kind of marriage is that? That even, it's just like what Rebecca did, turning children against children, or children against a parent. It should never be so. It shouldn't be so. You will raise children who will be divided, even within them, who will know no holistic relationship, children who will not enjoy marriage. Is it the kind of children you want to raise? Children who grew up in a divided marriage, how will they know how to build a united marriage? And that's why when you are going to say yes to a man, or you are going to propose to a woman, you need to know the kind of marriage the woman's parent or the man's parent had. Because whether you like it or not, they trained the person you want to say yes to. And whatever they had in their family as a normal marriage is what he or she will bring into your marriage. And it's your responsibility as couples to prepare your children for marriage. You had me right. Don't wait when they come and tell you, oh, mommy, I'm in love, and you will not wake up. Don't wait when they will come and tell you, daddy, I have seen who I want to marry, and you'll be like, where is it coming from? You must be the architect to prepare them, groom them, empower them for marriage. First, from your own marriage. Let your marriage be the light that will shine, and your children will understand the purpose of marriage, the value of marriage, the significance of marriage, and the impact of marriage to a generation. Your marriage is a generational, purpose-oriented marriage. Your marriage is not for you alone. It's for the next generation, to raise a generation of children who will build a flourishing marriage, raising a holistic children who will make the difference in the society. When we complain of what is happening out there in the society, is the outcome of failed marriages, the outcome of failed homes, the outcome of failed family system. Let's not blame the government, the governor, the president, the prime minister. They are all products of failed marriages, of homes. Sorry, I didn't want to say failed homes. They are all products of homes. So whatever you see them bringing out is as a result of what has been imprinted in them in all these their stages of development. So you want to raise, or you want to see the best president of the next generation. He is in your house. She is in your house. You have the time now. You have the privilege now to start grooming them to be that principled, disciplined, and president of integrity. So don't think discipline is about obeying you. I said it last week. You can check our live session last week. It's not about you. It's not about your home. Your home is too small for your children, for what God is raising them to be. Your children are being prepared for their generation to be the answer, the solution, at least to the people that will meet them. Let's not be careless with our marriages. I know some of us are going through a lot, but we must find a way. We need to find a solution to helping our marriages become better. If you have to register for courses, please do as a couple. If you have to renew your marriage vow by taking out time away from pressures, away from work, please do. Because the next generation is depending on your marriage. The future of your children is depending on your marriage. The destiny of men are depending on your marriage. What it will bring forth in your children and through your children. When husband and wife work in agreement, children walk in confidence. When your children see you living a beautiful marital life, it builds this confidence in them. They don't have to start going out in fear, trying to defend their mom and dad that are disgracing themselves. So if you must raise confident children, you must work on your home. You must work on your marriage, because they are watching. They are observing. They are absorbing. So unity is not optional in marriage. Okay? It is fundamental. Because the Bible says that a house divided against itself cannot stand. Mark chapter 3:25. You and your partner, you and your wife, your husband, you are a house. The Bible said that two has become one. You are one. How can you stand when you are divided against yourself? You cannot stand. So if you are struggling in your marriage, please, I pray for you that God will help you. God will grant you grace and wisdom. And I advise you, please seek counseling early. Don't let that marriage break. What did you see from the beginning that made you say yes? Go back and reflect. Go back. What did God tell you about that marriage? What did you have in mind? What was the purpose of saying yes? Go back. I understand that pressures of life can come so much that you forget why you are there together. But please, have a reflective moment. There is still hope. As far as your life is not implicated, you are not going to die. No one is threatening your life. Work it out with fear and trembling. Work out your marriage. But if your life is threatened, please go stay away. Save your life first. Because it's the living that can enjoy marriage. But if your life is not at stake, you have misunderstandings. Every marriage does. The issue is how you are managing the marriage, how you are managing your misunderstandings, how you are managing the situations. There's no marriage that is perfect. I have said it before. The people you see that you are admiring, they have put so much work. They are working hard. You go and work on your marriage, because the grass is not greener at the other end though. If it is, someone is doing the work, someone is weeding, someone is removing chaff, someone is watering, someone is putting the necessary nutrients, and that's all you need to do in your own. Okay? Please, if you have not subscribed to this channel, kindly do that and share to your loved ones. Come, let's learn. So, we are going to talk about the silent damage of marital disunity. The silent damage, the traumas, the disruptions, the confusions we cause in our children when our marriages are being destroyed, when our marriages are in disunity. So you see that many parents, we think that as long as we hide the conflict, the children won't know. It's not true. See, there's this atmosphere we create when we are in conflict. We can't hide it enough, because you realize you cannot bring yourself to really cheer, to smile, to really feel happy. You are angry, you are bittered, you are hiding, you are building grudges. It will show. It will just take time. And do you know how? Even the way you will start reacting and responding to your children, you will start transferring aggression without even knowing. And then you will be picking on innocent children. Minor mistake, you will elaborate and exaggerate it. It's not because of what that child has done. It's because of the unresolved conflict. It's because of the piled up emotions. It's because of the difficulties you have refused to resolve. And your innocent children are suffering. So that is to say, your children feel the tension. Even if you don't say anything, they feel it. They sense it. They know that mommy is not happy. They know that daddy is angry, even without you saying it. And that is unfair for the destiny that God has put into your home. That is unfair for the generation God wants to raise through you. Because sometimes you cannot hide it long enough. You see all the hidden arguments, all the silent wars, all the emotional distance, all the passive aggression. It's just over time. They will become prominent enough for your children to notice something is wrong. Mommy and daddy are not the same. They will become your message, and your children will be there as the attendants of the sermon. You will be preaching to them every day with what you do. And guess who are the attendants? Your children. In your very home, you have built a church of bitterness, where your congregation are your children, where they are assimilating, because they can only learn what they see and what they observe from you. So what are the practical ways to repair this foundation when things go wrong in our marriage, so that we are able to not just help ourselves, but help our children and their future? 1, create a night of marriage check-in. As a couple, please intentionally make it your target this coming year that every day, depending on where you are, I know some of us run a busy schedule. As you're coming in, your husband is going out. I understand. But learn to reconcile your work allocations and create 5 minutes of checking on each other every day. And then 30 minutes at least weekly. Just two of you. Just two of you. Make it intentional. Some of us, we grow up as strangers. We are busy supporting other people, making money, sending home, raising children. All of them have our time, but we don't have time for each other. Then our children will grow old, go out of our home, and we will discover that we have become strangers. I'm not sure we want to end up that way. So in this coming year, plan it. Have a conversation. Babe, darling, I think we need more time for each other, because that bonding, see, I'm not talking about sex. It's not bonding for a woman. Yes, it's a type of bonding, but it's not bonding enough for a woman who needs her emotional tank to be filled. And it's not enough for the man, because you need more time to look at each other, hold each other, talk, bond, connect. If you have older children, have a date night. Let them stay at home and take care of their house and themselves. Have a date night every week, or once a month at least. Go out, hold hands, walk around. Refresh your marriage intentionally. It's not just about money. You may not have money, but you have each other. That should be consoling enough. Now you go out, distressed, you have someone to comfort you, someone who understands you, someone who is willing to walk the journey of life with you. Because you are bonding, you are limiting distancing and reducing the room and opportunity you give to conflict and strangers coming into your home. Try to connect. Your children are watching. They see how you connect. They see how intentional you are about your marriage. They see how purposeful you are about your marriage. They will also learn from it. And it will limit all those frustrations and anger and bitterness that affects your children. Okay? So have the way you have your family check-in. We've talked about family check-ins. You can check our previous videos. Have a check-in for each other. Stop arguing in front of your children. Except if it's a healthy dialogue, like you're dialoguing and it's like an interactive dialogue. You are trying to get people to think you and your children. Outside that, I know sometimes we are so tempted when we are at the heat of our emotion. We just want to argue and talk about it there and there. Please learn to restrict yourself. Take a deep breath. Count your numbers. Just tell your husband, can we talk about this later? Let your children see how intelligible you are when it comes to handling conflict and misunderstanding. Teach them so they don't go out and they start shouting on top of other people. Yeah. So they learn that when they are not at peace or happy with people's decision and choices or action, they can negotiate, they can talk, they can interact, they can engage without being confrontational, without being violent. Some of us, the way we react to our partners, husbands, our wife, very violent. That's where our children learn to be violent outside, and even to their siblings. But that's not how it should be. We should be able to teach our children conflict resolution through the way we also interact and resolve conflicts. Okay? So whatever that is not noble, whatever that is not godly, whatever that is not of God should not be acceptable, and is not acceptable because it does not model right standing, right values and virtues to your children. Okay? So, stop arguing in front of your children. Oliver Perry, can you stop what you are doing? Stop arguing in front of your children. Learn to control yourself, your emotions, so that your children will not pick the wrong conflict resolution from you. Model apology. So as a couple, how quick are you to say, I'm sorry, babe, I didn't mean to hurt you? And your children will see it. How consistent do you willingly say sorry when you go wrong? Because sometimes we want our children to say sorry when they go wrong, but we don't say sorry to each other. We don't say sorry to them. How will they learn if you have not taught them by modeling it? Say I'm sorry to your spouse where your children can hear you. It's very important, because when they hear and see you, they learn it. It's more natural to learn than you telling them. Okay? It's more natural for you to hear, to teach them, for them to pick it up, than when you say sorry. They've not heard you say it. They've not seen you say it consistently. So choose connection over correction. So we usually teach, we know that you are angry. We know someone has gone wrong. First, build a connection with your partner. When you build connection with your partner, with your husband, what will happen is that it's easier when they go wrong, and you are able to correct better. It's easier for them because they are connected to you to understand, for you to say this, for you to be angry, you are really offended, because you have consistently connected to them, bonded with them, shown them that you love them. The same way when we are correcting our children, we should be able to connect with them. It's easier when we correct them. They will pick it from the perspective of love and not hate. So, set a weekly, like we say, bonding ritual between you. Tea time, prayer, walking, talking, whatever you want to do. Say this week we'll do this. This week we'll do this. Okay? Be consistent with it. Build your bonding relationship so that your children can be in the atmosphere of love. Children who grow in the atmosphere of love are more productive. They are more productive than children who grow up in an atmosphere of conflict and violence. And then as you conclude, you need to realize that when your marriage heals and when your marriage is whole, your children will grow up whole. Your children will grow up to understand what a fruitful, godly, and loving marriage is. And I'm sure if you have a loving, good marriage, you won't want your children to have otherwise. Some of our children run away from home to say yes to any kind of man because of the atmosphere at home. So we need to be intentional to build a home where our children want to stay, so that by the time they are leaving, they want to walk into a similar loving home, and not that they are running away to avoid you, and not that they are running away to avoid the bad marriage mommy and daddy are having, the shouting, the exchange of words, the conflict, the beating and fighting. Let your children not run away from home because of your failed marriage. Let them be happy to be in your home until the right partner, like if they are in the same environment. Of course, they need to grow and thrive and fend for themselves. That's what we pray for them. However, if they want to live in our home and go to work while waiting for their life partner, let it be that when they are living for a better place, a better marriage, but not to run away from the trouble at home. I hope you understand. Because I have seen people who had to go and marry just to run away from their parents, and they enter into soup, from fire to frying pan. We don't wish that for our children, and I know nobody does. So make your home a better place for your children to enjoy and catch a glimpse of a glorious marriage, so that they will desire, they will learn, and you are the one that should build the platform on which your children will be prepared for marriage. Nobody will do it for you. Buy the right book for them. Prepare them before your child turns 18. Teach your children about marriage. Prepare them for marriage. There's this book I'm writing. It will how you can teach your children about marriage at every stage of their development, without even mentioning marriage. How to prepare them mentally, emotionally, psychologically, socially, to take their position and be a responsible partner. Some of us, we raise irresponsible children that becomes irresponsible partners. And they will be the prayer point to another man or another woman, because we did not empower them. We did not groom them to be responsible partners. So if you are not a responsible partner, you need to start working on yourself. If your marriage is going through trouble, please work on it. I have prayed for you earlier before now that the grace of God will be upon you to build your marriage, to reconcile as far as your life is not at stake. Okay? Because when your marriage thrives, your children will blossom, they will bloom. Children who grow up in a happy marriage, they flourish. Because the atmosphere is not tensed. They are not growing in an anxious, they are not growing tense or anxious. They are relaxed. Their brain is functional. Their brain is not in a fight and flight mood all the time. They are not stressed up. They're able to flourish, creative, reason well, do things. Very productive children. And when your children are productive, they will not be in a hurry to go and embrace a fool or say yes to an abuser just to manage, to run away from home. They will not be quick to say yes to the wrong person because they are comfortable from where they are coming from until they see something similar in picture or better than what their parents had. So, marriage is not two adults living together. We've said that. It is two adults living with a purpose to raise the next generation, to raise a destiny that is built for transformation. You are raising a gift to our world. Please do it with all diligence. Your children are instruments of transformation for their generation. Please let your marriage not destroy that assignment. Many people from broken home struggle most of their lives, second guess themselves, settle for less, go for anything. They find it difficult establishing a healthy identity because their parents' marriage became a trauma to them. So build a holistic family, a home where the emotions are settled so that your children's destinies can be shaped properly. So this week, I want to encourage us, let's choose unity in our homes. Let's choose connection. Let's choose peace. Let's choose love intentionally. Because your children are learning from your love. Set the standard. Upgrade for the sake of your children. I know you're exhausted. I know you are working hard. But prioritize your marriage for the sake of your children. Take care of yourself. Take care of your marriage. Take care of your children. Because if you give all your time and all your life building other people's business, your marriage is your primary business. Your home is your business. Your family, your children are your primary business. Build your business with wisdom. Don't give them the remnant, your remaining energy. When you are exhausted and tired, you come home and you are irritated, everything. Things are just like this in your eyes because you are just tired. Find your energy back. Find your time to build, to connect with your husband, your wife, your children. And if you need rest, catch some rest as much as you can, because destinies are counting on you. And this is me saying, thank you for joining me. Thank you for coming this far. Thank you for subscribing. And thank you for joining us next Saturday. I can see Vera, my sis. Thank you. Martha, thank you for joining. And my darling husband, thank you, everyone. I'm not able to mention everyone, both YouTube and Facebook, but it's been an amazing time having these conversations with us. And if you have any question, I'm happy to take it up. Maybe you can pop it up in the chat. We can talk about it next week because I don't want to keep holding us back. And do have a lovely night rest. See you next week, Saturday. Bye, everyone.